welcome back to another episode of the KimUnity Soulutions Podcast, the only podcast that turns workplace challenges into real-world solutions. I'm your host, Kim the SME. As always, I am only speaking from my experiences. Today, we're going to be talking about leadership. And my question for you is, what is the difference between leaders and lions? What is the difference between leaders and lions? Today, I'm going to share with you a speech that I delivered recently, and the title of it is Leaders and Lions. I hope you all enjoy. Here we go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. It is great to be with you all today. Today, I want to just ask you a simple question. How do you lead? How do you lead? Whether at home, in the workplace, and out in your community, what do people see when they see you? What do they feel when they're around you? Would they say you're a leader or a lion? That's what I want to speak with you all today about. Leaders and lions, not just in behavior, but in mindset. I want us to challenge how we define power, how we define strength and leadership. In preparation for this speech today, I thought about three words. Three words came to mind: reign, rule, and lead. And so I decided to look them up so I had a great understanding of what I was going to potentially be speaking about today. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines reign as to possess or exercise sovereign power. So then I had to drill down even more to really understand, what does sovereign mean? Sovereign is supreme or ultimate. And when I think of that, I'm thinking of position, the positioning. To rule, Merriam-Webster defines it as to exercise authority or control. And finally, to lead. To lead is to guide by going in advance, to direct operations or influence behavior. When I hear lead, I'm thinking of neutral. I'm thinking of without force. When you hear these words, you may, to some, think that they can be used interchangeably. But no, they can't. Maybe reign and rule, but definitely not lead. To reign and to rule is about dominance. It's about supremacy. It's about control. But to lead, that requires willingness. There is no force. To lead is about having purpose and vision, where others believe in that as well and are participants in that journey. These definitions had me question, should one person hold all power if they are not all-knowing? I'll let you think about that as I continue. Let's first talk about the lion. The lion is known as king of the jungle. Why are they considered the king? It's because of their roar, because of their might, because of their sound. They rule out of fear. They dominate. Lions also, they only stick with those that are like them, other lions. They're very protective of their territory. They don't want others coming in. They prey on the weak and require control. They rule out of fear. When I think of a lion, I don't think of leadership. I think of survival. On the contrary, there's leaders that don't need titles. Most leaders don't need titles. They don't need influence. Many leaders are called leaders from someone else. It's not something that they have self-named themselves. They're calm, they're rational, they're intentional. They're purposeful. They don't build walls. They're not territorial. They're welcoming. They build bridges. They yearn for connection and they don't lean on their own strength. They think as a collective and they want others that are strong with them. They seek strength. They're not looking to over empower. They understand that there's value in differences. That if they are strong in one area, they want someone with strength in a totally different area. They don't need to roar to get attention because they attract. I'm sure you have someone in mind. I'm sure you know of someone you consider as a leader. They didn't say, call me a leader. They didn't say, follow me. No, that was your willingness. That was out of your own thought and your own might. So I ask you today, are you leading through intimidation or through inspiration? Are you only surrounding yourself with those that look like you and think like you? Or are you more open to hear other opinions, other thoughts, learn from other diverse people? Are people following you out of fear or out of faith? How do you lead? Is this a conundrum? No, this is not a conundrum. This is very clear. The world has enough lions. There's enough people being loud and performative. What the world needs is leadership that unites, that empowers, and that serves. Their vision speaks for them. They're impactful. Their presence speaks volumes. They don't have to. So today I challenge us all to shift our posture, to understand that we are a reflection of something. What do you reflect? Let's deliver instead of dominate. Let's lean in instead of overpower. And let's guide instead of guard and protect instead of punish. Thank you so much.